Hey everyone, this is Pastor Nick with a training video for our volunteers. One of the things that some of our volunteers have said is they said that they've kind of gotten lost with Planning Center, that they're seeing a view that looks nothing like their typical volunteering page. Remember, what you're looking for when you're signing up to volunteer is a page that looks like this. This is Planning Center services, and there's a couple of other videos in this playlist that give you more robust tours of this side of it. But some of you have said that when you logged into Planning Center or you followed a link that we had, it looked at you ended up at a page that looks something like this, or maybe it's a page that looks something like this with a bunch of different events and stuff like that coming up. And you're just struggling. You're like, wait a second, I thought I was in Planning Center. Well, that's because there is both a public side to Planning Center and then the kind of the private administrative side. When you're signing up as a volunteer, you're actually in kind of the private administrative side of things. This is our back door. This is for our members. This is where you sign up for volunteering and things like that. The front side is called the Church Center side. And you'll actually notice that even their URLs at the top are different. So when you're in Planning Center, you're at services.planningcenteronline.com. When you're on Church Center, it's going to be tlc4u.churchcenter.com. And you probably got here because you clicked on a link on our website. All those links on the website take you to the public side. And this is where you can do things like registering for events. So especially if you were trying to register to just attend a worship event, you probably landed at a page that looks like this, where there are a bunch of different events coming up. And one of the things you can note here, by the way, is that you can actually filter for your site. When you click on all campuses, you can go to Kimberly Way, for example, and you can even specify what kind of event you're looking for, worship events. And that just filters it for our worship services. If you click on one of those, that page looks something like this, and it invites you to register. But when you do this, you're not signing up to volunteer. You're signing up to just be an attender at one of our services. And so that may be where some of the confusion lies. Likewise, maybe you ended up at a page that looks like this, where you've got different small groups, or maybe the page looks a little something like this, just a whole list of small groups. Again, you probably got to this because you clicked on something on our website. But when you're signing up here, you're just signing up for a small group as a member. You're not actually logged in as a leader or anything like that. So if that's happened and you're seeing a page that looks a little something like this, that's what happened. That's why you're at a page that looks like this. And especially, I can't stress this enough. I've had a couple volunteers saying something like they were getting a page that looked like this. It was one of our worship events. And like, well, I clicked on register and it didn't look like what Pastor Nick was showing me. Well, again, this is the public side for people who are just signing up to attend a worship service in person. That's not confirming you to volunteer. You need to be logged in at services.planningcenteronline.com, a page that looks like this. And that's where you're signing up on sign-up sheets, confirming your times, putting in blockout dates, updating your profile over here, or maybe even confirming the serving events for your family members and things like that. So again, you have to pay attention to know where you're going from. It's probably worth it to write down this URL, services.planningcenteronline.com. You're not going to be able to get to this by navigating from our public website. You're actually probably not even going to be able to get to this by navigating from one of our e-news, because the links that we have in our e-news takes you to the public side of things, because that e-news goes out to everybody. If you're a volunteer, you want to log in here. So I would write that URL down, make sure you know how to get in here. There are other videos in this playlist that show you how to sign in, how to set things up. I would really encourage you to take a look at a couple of those videos just to avoid any confusion. As always, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or to your volunteer coordinator, and we would love to work with you and get you all set up. Thanks.